your preference would be 8 teams? Is that what I hear you saying? Or?
At least. I mean, I think the other thing you look at is, I hadn't done any research. I don't know how many conferences are there now besides, I'm not just talking about BCS. 11. Okay. Take 11 and then you add 7 or 5 at large. Give them a chance. And it's like, okay, if your conference hasn't done well, then you become the 16th seed and you have to go play it against number 1. But at least you had a chance.
With the loss of Hill in the receiving corps to finish up with that, I mean, is it realistic to think the passing game can be better than it was last year, or as good as it was last year? What are your expectations for your passing game?
Our expectations won't change at all. They'll remain the same. So, before we lost Stephen, we lost Demarius Thomas, who was pretty good as well. My experience has been somebody will step up and we'll find a go-to guy. We always had one, so we'll find one. I just don't know who it's going to be right now.
It seems like Stephen kind of came, he was just sort of a role player, and then Bebe really was completely off the radar before you guys got to Tech.
Right. Well, everybody forgets that before we got to Georgia Tech, they redshirted Bebe Thomas, and the year before we got there, he caught 19 balls. He didn't start. It wasn't like that. He kind of came into his own and got better. And Stephen Hill really got better last year. He really came into his own and got better. So, I'm hoping that one of these guys that I mentioned, a kid like Darren Waller's got unlimited ability. I mean, the kid is 6'6", 230, can run 4.5. I mean, he's got ability. Now, potential, the big P word. We'll see, can we get it to the field? Jeff Green's got potential. Jeremy Moore has potential. So we'll see,
Does the passing game need to be better than it was last year?
We'd always like to be better in every facet than we were a year ago, yeah. We'd be a better team if we're better at it. Can we win if we're not better at it? Yeah. We play better on defense and run the ball better and kick the ball better. Do all those things. We can still win, but if we could be better at it, it'd be great.
Are you happy you decided to go ahead and hire the special teams coach?
I don't know. Ask me after the season. I think he brings a lot of energy, and I've been impressed with his work ethic and what he's doing with the players. And they're excited about it, so hopefully it'll translate into success on the field.
Can you talk a little bit about Coach Sims and what he's been able to do in a short time?
Well, he's only been there a few weeks, but all the players have glowing reports. I think they really bought into what he's asking them to do. And, as I look at it now, it looks like a really good hire. So once again, over the span of time, we'll see how it plays out. But I'm excited about him. I think he's doing a good job. He's making it fun for them, and it's hard work, and they look forward to going and doing it, which is what you want.
You mentioned Tevin a little bit ago. How have you seen him develop, not just as a player, but as someone who has become really one of the, if not the leader, certainly one of the...
Well, Tevin's always kind of been quiet and serious guy. And I think he's like a lot of guys in that he's matured with age and with experience. And he's earned the respect of his teammates through hard work and what he's done on the field. And, he's like a lot of the guys that you see in coaching. He's grown up. And so hopefully his last year will be his best year.
In regard to preseason polls, whether it's coaches or writers, what do you think is overvalued, what's undervalued when we're making initial assessments of teams?
I don't know. I mean, they pick the same team to win the league every year, don't they? They have. All 4 years I've been here, they have.
Not even just this one, but say top 25 goal or something like that.
It's almost the same, too.
I really don't think you can put much stock in it until after you played 3 or 4 games. My preference would be they wouldn't even have one until you played 3 or 4 games. But I really don't lose any sleep over the polls. I don't worry about them, especially early in the year.
With Tevin being there with so much experience, I want to ask you about Vad Lee. What role do you think he'll
Vad's
have?
had a good spring, and Vad's a very talented young man, so he's pushing Tevin every day, which is good for both of them. And so I could see Vad playing some this year, definitely.
What's his development been like last year? In what areas have you seen him get better?
Well, he's just gotten more comfortable with the offense, and you know, he's trying to turn his weaknesses into strengths like everybody else. And you know, on this level, you don't get to just do what you like to do and what's fun. You have to embrace the whole thing, and he's done that and worked hard, and you know, loves to watch tape and loves to try to pick things up and learn, and you know, I think he's maturing and getting better every day.
Have you thought about in your mind, do you know who you think will be the other A-back along with Orland, who will be the main guy to basically replace
I haven't
Wright?
made a final decision yet. I think it could be one or two or three guys, but it's. I know we'll have one. I'm not too concerned about it, honestly. I'm not trying to be smart, but I think we've got 3 or 4 guys that can fit in there. It'll be by a group anyway, committee. That's the way we've always played. Orwin will be probably highlighted a little more than we have in the past, and the other guy will be more of a role.
It seemed like Dion really made a move this
Had a
spring.
great spring this year. Robbie Goddard had a really good spring. Guy that blocks the best will be the one that plays.
The experienced offensive line, does that have an effect on the success of the passing game also?
Sure. There's a big effect. The better you protect, the better you're going to be. Yeah, the more time you have to check down and look at the reads and do all that and not get so anxious in the pocket.
Has your rotation with A-backs typically been 3, or has it fluctuated 3, 4, 5? Or
It just depends on who you got and what they bring to the table. We can play 3, we can play 5, we can play 6. I mean, you know, it just depends.